So Worcester County is a great place to explore the outdoors because of our thousands and thousands of acres of protected land in our parks and wildlife management areas. But a lot of our protected land is on private property, and today we're on a special bird watching tour at a private property east of Berlin, Maryland. So this is my good buddy Dave Wilson. We're here today on a private property east of Berlin for a special tour during the winter Delmarva birding weekend. But Dave is really knowledgeable about land protection here. So Dave, but how many acres of land are protected in Worcester County on private properties?
Yeah, well, total in Worcester County, I think we talked about 105,000 acres, but on private property, it's almost half of that. So almost half of that land is protected by conservation easements on private property. And the nice thing is that these easements usually allow people to do pretty much the same thing they've been doing,
right,
except for house building. So they can still farm, they can still do forestry. They just can't build additional houses, and that's what makes these places so great.
And it takes a lot of work on behalf of a lot of people, which is a really wonderful thing. So the farm we're at today is really special. We've been birding here with our guests many times. But what makes this property so amazing?
Well, this property has a 50-acre pond on it that is full of ducks. And when you're full of ducks and stuff, then you have other great birds like bald eagles coming in and peregrine falcons. And this is known for white pelicans, this spot. And so what's great about this farm is it's got the whole mix of great habitats. It's got woodlands, it's got ag, and this beautiful pond. Really
and how big is this property?
This property is about 2,200 acres.
Wow, so that's 2,200 acres of private property, and you can see it's like a giant park out here, and our birders today are going to get to see amazing things with Dave and our guides. So one of the incredible benefits of all this land protection is that it provides habitat for wildlife. And one of the benefits of protecting wildlife in Worcester County is that we get to welcome wildlife watchers like bird watchers. Every 5 years, the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service does a study of how much wildlife watchers spend. And the last survey in 2016 indicated that 86 million Americans watched wildlife, which was a 20% jump from figures in 2011. So those wildlife watchers spent a total of $76 billion, that's billion with a B, to go find their favorite animals, to see them, and to photograph them. Worcester County has great parks and protected lands with lots of wildlife, so for tourism, wildlife watching is the way to go. This is my friend Scott Housten. Scott is one of the guides for the Delmarva birding weekend and birds a lot here in Worcester County. So Scott, what makes Worcester County so great for birding?
Well, I think Worcester County is the best spot in Maryland for birding. We have kind of like all the habitats that you need. We have the ocean, so you get all the birds that live close to the ocean. Plus we have things like the Pocomoke River. We have large farm areas. So
like this one.
Yeah, you're going to have birds that live in grasslands. We have the Pocomoke Forest, so you're going to have also forest birds, and then we have everything that you're going to find at the sea, and then we have this amazing amount of salt marsh, and there are birds that are just specific to salt marsh, and that's why we're probably the best place in the state, because you have that combination of sea, salt marsh, deep forests like the Pocomoke, and plus all the farmland and scrubby areas as well.
You really couldn't put a better county together for birders in Maryland.
Not.
Thanks, pal. Go see him.
You're welcome.
So this is my friend Deshirl, and she's come with us on these birding trips a number of times, and it's really fun being out in nature with you, Cheryl. But why is this so fun for you?
Because you know all the areas. This is a beautiful area, actually, and you know all the hidden treasures, and that's the reason why I come every year.
And you've really become quite a birder. I mean, you've been out with us a bunch of times.
Yes, I have.
Did you have a favorite?
Owls.
Owls, okay.
Yes, and I've been fortunate to see snowy owls.
Oh my goodness, you're one of the lucky ones. Well, that's another reason why birding in Worcester County is so great. We get snowy owls too.
That's it. Awesome.
But remember, you can only explore private properties with permission. But if you do go on a guided tour, it's a great way to explore Maryland's beach and beyond.
Black ducks in the air. And it's our head right. Three birds.